Aloha everybody and welcome back to Vision Quest Astrology. Today I'm going to break it up a little bit. This isn't going to be a first series or anything. This is going to be a Scorpio related video. Yes, I started my channel with a video on Scorpio rising and this one is going to follow suit. This video can apply if you're a Scorpio Sun sign, Scorpio Moon, or Scorpio Ascendant, or just for any Scorpio placement in general. But it's really going to be focusing more on my experience coming from it as a Scorpio rising. Scorpio is all about transformation, or it's partially about it, you know. Before you get to the transformation, you do deal with a lot of depths, a lot of muck, and a lot of bullshit, basically. And a lot of the bullshit they go through is their own defense mechanisms. A lot of what keeps Scorpio from the happiness they desire and from the enthusiasm and the accelerated higher perspective that Sagittarius gets is because Scorpio spends so much time digging. And in the process of digging for information and investigating, they often basically dig their own grave and lie in it and act like they're dead. Yeah, Scorpio's got a way of doing that sometimes. When you have the Scorpio Ascendant, you really do kind of view the world as a scary place a lot of the time, as this place to be conquered, and there's a lot of fear associated here with it. And there's often this sense of being betrayed at a really young age, or maybe having parents that you really felt betrayed you, or siblings, or friends very early on in life, or lovers, whatever it might be. You probably grew up in situations and circumstances and with people that you felt you had to protect yourself, and that you were the only one who was going to do it, and no one was going to do it for you. Yeah, it sounds a little bit depressing even when I say that out loud. I'm like, damn. Once Scorpio can transcend that, and you know, it then becomes this phoenix rising above the ashes. We all hear that, and it's so said all the time, but it's really true. One of the biggest mechanisms that Scorpio uses to protect itself is defense. And I just want to clarify before getting into this that defense is not a bad thing. Now, because there are going to be situations where if it's a life or death thing, or when someone really is attacking you on something that isn't true, and there are going to be situations you do need to defend yourself. Kind of has to happen sometimes. But there's a difference between defending and being on the defensive, and like being in this overhyped, like neurotic state of defense all the time and living that way. It has its place, but to live in that fight, flight, or freeze mode like 24/7, I ain't working, bud. I ain't working at all. And I started realizing there has to be another way to life. This is not living, this is just existing, and I'm like always ready to either fight somebody or to run away, one of the two. Or to just freeze and be frozen. That's the state of defending. And Scorpio influenced people, especially the Ascendant, I find, really have crafted this as a way of self-protection and a way to guard themselves from the world. It can be pretty crazy and over the top when it's used in a lower octave way, and when it becomes neurotic and not even needed. So, where are you going tonight, man? Do you like want to hang out or something? Because I feel like you never want to hang out with me. What do you mean, where am I going tonight? Why do you want to know where I'm going? Like, why do you always want to know where I'm going, who I'm going to be with? Why do you want to know? What's it to you? What just happened? Sure, maybe a little bit over the top. Had to give you a role play there because that really is what it can be like. Someone asking, you know, the Scorpio person the most simple question with no ulterior motive whatsoever. The Scorpio person automatically gets defensive, often thinking everyone just has these terrible ulterior motives and that this person's going to hurt them for no reason, and using their own past history or maybe just one event that they've gotten frozen in time with in their mind that may have been traumatic in the past, and letting that event or a couple of events and experiences shape their whole view of the world, and it shapes their whole reality. And the Scorpio person can, you know, really transition their way of thinking and shift their perception in a way so as to see that the world simply is what it is, and that it's just your mind and your view of things that really does craft the whole thing. I mean, we hear this in psychology all the time, but it is so true when it's lived And we get outside of these stories, you know, that are just perpetuating is simply that, a story, something that's not even existing. And it's like, oh, whoa, I can actually put my sword down. I'm not going to war today. Oh, whoops. You know, because Scorpio being co-ruled by both Pluto and Mars, it really does have this fierce force that can just like, you know, go right at anything, you know, when it feels threatened and when it feels violated. And that can be a good thing. Scorpio is amazing in employing boundaries, and that's needed. There are situations where we do need to defend and employ boundaries and to assert ourselves and, you know, protect ourselves from dangerous situations. But it doesn't need to be lived 24/7, because not every single day of life and just going to the grocery store or whatever it might be doing is going to be a threat to you. I promise. Come on. So go out there and be the best Scorpio you can be. You know, fly above the ashes and rise above it and see with that higher perspective, you know, what's really going on down here on the ground cover. And come and share that knowledge with us and show the rest of the masses who need the help of the Scorpio. Thank you all for watching. Please leave comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. And in the meantime, if you would like a very discounted chart reading, please check out my website in the link below at visionquesthealing.com. Thank you so much, everybody. Aloha and happy transiting. See you next time.